Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. Kalimera, kalispera. How are you all? This is Kathy from Divine Debut and bringing you another divine spread, which I tried to bring to you on Saturday for the weekend, but I was rudely interrupted 10 minutes into the reading. So I thought, okay, that message didn't need to go out. So it is the 1st of June today. Happy summer in the Northern Hemisphere. Happy winter in the Southern Hemisphere. Okay, everyone. Just looking at the astrology quickly. And if you hear any background noise, they're my kitties, Eros and Psyche. I am going to be uploading a video for you. And it is a love story. We know that in mythology, Eros and Psyche were lovers. Eros is the god Cupid, just in case you don't know, and I will be sharing a link as well for the story in mythology. So what's interesting here is that in a day or so we've got Venus in retrograde moving through the sign of Gemini, squaring over to Mars. So that is, they are the lovers. Okay, that could be a lover's quarrel. That could be turning a corner where love is concerned. Mars is in the sign of Pisces, and it's not very strong there. So it's practically drowning there. And I feel that this is probably the divine masculine reaching out to the divine feminine, as both, Venus turning retrograde is saying that something needs to be retweaked, collaborated on, spoken about. Someone's got to send out that message if there's been no communication at all. Now, Mercury, the messenger of the gods, is in the sign of Cancer. He's at 4 degrees. And the conversations, the communication can be around anything to do with home, family, the past. Cancer is also the past. Family issues, our emotional security, but there can be strong sensitivities and things to do with what's transforming for you, as there is Mercury is connecting to Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn up there on the higher level of the zodiac. So in Capricorn, Saturn is in Aquarius, so it's turning backwards. It's moving back into Capricorn, which is its rulership. So this could be the time when we get to communicate, tweak something, okay, through conversations, through speaking openly, okay, speaking about what makes us feel emotionally secure. And as well as that, we've got, in a couple of days, we've got the Sun and Venus touching. So this is Venus being burnt by the Sun. Venus is now, she's going down into the underworld, okay, as mythology says. And therefore, she has been the night in the night sky. Now she's going down into the underworld and she will come up to be the morning star. So Venus retrogrades for 40 days, 40 nights, roughly there. So there is a big change. Venus is love, money, values, projects. So there's a lot going on with Venus right now. And of course, Venus going into the underworld, going to Pluto, okay, Hades, she is going to be transforming something. So she's taking a deep dive into the underworld. Now, in about 4 days, we've got the first eclipse. I will be doing a video on that. Look out for that in the next couple of days. As well as that, I will be introducing you Eros and Psyche. I am preparing a video on that. So if you hear any background noise, I do feel as though now they've just settled down. They've finished play. Playtime is over. I think it's time for naps, so I can have a little bit of quiet here so I can do your reading. Okay, I will leave the astrology there. Just one last thing. The moon is in Libra. Libra is also ruled by Venus. And Libra, Venus in Libra She is the divine love. Venus in the sign of Taurus is more the earthly, more the physical, tangible Venus. So let's take your cards. I do hope that that interests you, that prelogue, so that you can understand about what's going on in the sky. We know that planets are energy. That's why we look into the astrology. That's why I like to use both tarot and astrology. They work really well together. So today, 1st of June, please, Spirit, what is the Karma Dharma? And we have the star, but it's in the reverse. That's really funny. I'm holding all the cards in the reverse, so you can take it one way or the other. Aquarius. The star is a wish fulfillment. For some of you, this is saying that it will come at some point. Okay, this is a card of hope. This is saying some of you have lost hope. Do not do that. With Venus retrograding and all the retrogrades and the eclipses that are ahead of us, anything goes, anything can happen. So Aquarius is also the house of wishes and dreams, groups, associations, humanitarianism, working with others. Like this is also the house of earned income through having worked hard. Now, I am using another deck today, the Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Okay, so let's look at today's divine spread. And I'm in the process of doing the 1st to the 15th of June readings. I have uploaded a few. So today I'll be working on the rest. We've got a card here, Page of Swords and Thoughts. Now, the Page of Swords could also be a message that's coming through. Someone is thinking of sending that message out. We've got Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is also the Spy. Someone could be looking at you through social media, which is also Aquarius. What is hidden? And we have the Five of Wands, conflict and competition. So maybe there is a competitive energy with the person you're dealing with. This doesn't have to be only about love. It can be around family, other people, a group of people. There is a competitive connotation here, but this is also someone is feeling conflicted, okay? And maybe that you've been going through disagreements, Five of Wands. Now, someone could be conflicted about sending out that message. They feel as though this has been a tug of war. And you know, how long can that tug of war go on for? Don't forget Venus-Mars square. That is a tug of war. Something's got to change. Let's have a look. And I want to say Mars in Pisces. Pisces is unconditional love, but it's also the ending of a cycle. It could also be 12th house matters, which are things that are hidden. So Mars is trying to bring that, trying to work with that and bring it to the surface. Mars is energy, right? It's vitality. It's putting in the effort, but also becoming the warrior. Okay, Mars rules Aries. Aries is the warrior. And we've got the Fool, everyone, which is Aries. Okay, some people say it's Uranus. For me, this is the new beginning. This is becoming the warrior and starting a new cycle. Now, Mars, once it hits Aries, which is its home sign, which won't be for at least a month, it will be in the sign of Aries for a whole 6 months. It's going to retrograde there, and a lot is going to happen. Now, it's called the card of activation. So someone is ready to take that risk, that leap of faith, and this is someone finding the courage to do that. As you could see, she's right above the clouds. So it feels as though there is a bird's eye view here. Someone is looking at life from a different perspective here. Let's take another card in the now position. We have the Knight of Swords, decisive action. Here it comes. It can be a little bit rough though. As we know, the Knight of Swords could be conflictive. It could be using harsh and abrasive words, maybe even that discussion that could be quite heated. Let's see what our crowning area is about. What are we working towards? And we have the Seven of Wands, defense mechanism. Yes, someone's been defensive. Someone has been pushing you away. Now, because the Seven of Wands could also speak of, having the upper hand, and again, sevens are conflict. We do have a bear here, and it looks like a mother bear. Now, this could be someone who's quite protective of something that they've built, and they do say do not upset a bear. We've got a polar bear, which here there is a lot of cold energies. Even though Seven of Wands could be a lot of fire, someone's been very cold. They've been pushing back on what they desire. They haven't been communicating it, showing what they desire. In the action and advice, we've got the Queen of Wands, confident and magnetic. So we've got the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Swords here. There could be a difference in maturity. The Divine Feminine is a little bit more experienced, I want to say. She's also someone who's very magnetic, very generous with her love. She does show what she wants to accomplish. There is a lot of confidence around her, but she's also very sexually attractive. So someone has been holding back on their desires. It looks as though the Divine Feminine has not. It's probably the Divine Masculine that has been holding back. Now, this could be a mother figure as well. For some of you, this could be a mother that is in between this relationship or this partnership, whatever that is for you. And we've got the Hermit in the reverse. As you can see here, look at the ice. Okay, someone's been stuck not doing anything. They've been soul searching, as the card says. It's time for them to come out. And I don't read reversals, but it fell out in the reverse, so I thought, okay. So for me, a reversal, it goes back to the number before that. The Hermit is a major arcana, so we go back to the Strength card. As I was saying, someone is growing the confidence to come forth. They've been very patient. They've been holding themselves back. I feel as though there's been patience from both sides, and it's been a tug of war. As I said, this doesn't have to be love. This could be a sibling relationship, for all I know. So we do have Virgo here. We've got Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Aries mainly. Aquarius. Let's have a look at what this card is in the divine area here. And we have the Queen of Cups, intuitive and sensitive. So she's someone who's very, very emotional, very open and ready, quite sensitive. And Queen of Cups is someone that is very loving, very selfless where love is concerned. Queen of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, doesn't have to be. So I do feel as though this could be a very sensitive time where your emotions are concerned. I do feel that this is another side to this Queen of Wands. Let's take another card on that Queen of Cups. And we've got the Nine of Wands, trials and tribulations. Yes, this relationship has gone through a lot. The Nine of Wands is usually someone who has been through a lot. They've put up their wall. They're not trusting. They don't know that they've got enough, that they've got the ability to keep going. But it's at the 9, which is saying that this burden is at some point coming to a halt, coming to an end. What's at the bottom of the deck? And we've got the Ace of Pentacles, wise investment. So we know that the Queen of Pentacles is, did I say Pentacles? I meant the Queen of Wands. This is someone who's very, very creative. Queen of Wands could be creating something that will bring some form of stability. Now, Ace of Pentacles can mean It can mean a child. It can mean an engagement. It can mean anything that is long-lasting, anything that is physical and tangible. This is also a stable relationship. We do have the Wheel of Fortune here, which is called the Destined Opportunities. It is time, people. What else do we have here? We've got the Three of Wands awaiting results. And here they are. The change is here. Okay, so let's take a few more cards. Let's have a look at the Lenormand. What's going on? Please, Spirit, what is going on? Conflict and competition. Now, the fact that we've got conflict and competition, we've got 5 people usually in a situation here. We've got 2 queens, so this could be someone that is making a choice between 2 different people. We've got 2 quite different energies here. The Queen of Wands, she goes for it. She takes action. Queen of Cups is receptive. She waits. But again, it could be the same person here, as we've also got the Nine of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands usually holds a wand. That would be the 10th wand. It's up to her to bring in the change, to bring in the end. Let's take the Lenormand. We have the clouds, which usually show, we've got the sun in the top section and there are birds there, which is saying that there could be communication. Let's see what else we've got. We've got the lilies, and the lilies can have a sexual connotation, but this is also pure, pure energy. This is the Mother Mary, okay, lilies. And we do have a number 3, which is the Empress. Let's see what else we've got. And we've got the manifestation, the abundance, the fish here, which is a number 7. 7 is spirit. It is the divine. Okay. What's at the bottom of the deck? And we've got, and I'm going to say, you know, the lilies can be the divine love. So this is a spiritual connection here. And we've got the storks and number 17 again, which is the star card. Now this is transitioning. This is also, the storks bring in the baby. They bring in the birth. So this can also be relocation. Okay, we know that the birds travel long distances. They're wanting to build that nest. Okay, so this to me speaks of commitment. It speaks of something stable, something that we want to manifest, something real, something in reality. Let's take more cards. Now we had the Wheel of Fortune, so Sagittarius is also here. Let's have a look at that star. What's going on with the card of healing, hope, and communication, right? Being the humanitarian, being the one that's going to bring in the change, the person who's going to be eccentric and do things in a futuristic way. We've got Ace of Swords, breakthrough and awareness. And this does remind me, look at that. It's like the nervous system. It's like thunder and lightning. It's an awakening. We know that Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is the sky. And what comes from the sky? It's an awakening. Ace of Swords is also something to do with communication, clarity, understanding. And it is a breakthrough and also an awareness. Some of you may have cut someone out. Ace of Swords. They may have cut you out in the past. Maybe things were kept from you, things that you did not know. Whatever the case, Ace of Swords is bringing through has brought through a major awareness for someone here. This could also be that message that comes through which brings you hope, which is one of your wishes that you've been hoping for. And it could be the time when Spirit says, it's time. There is a breakthrough. Let's take another card. And we have the Sun here, illumination and growth. And the Sun is Leo. Leo means true love. It means taking that risk towards love. And it's interesting that today is the first day of summer. And we've got the sun here, the sunset. Sunrise could be. For some of you, the sun is setting. For others of you, the sun is rising. Let's take a few more cards, and the background noises, I said it's my kittens. Eros is being quite cheeky right now. He's biting into my books and sneezing at the same time. Let's take a card on the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, Five of Swords, mind games and control. And yes, it feels as though we've been manipulated in some way. Five of Swords can mean doing battle. Look at the hand, you know, with the strings. Someone has been pulling the strings, maybe putting us through the test. We've all been put through some sort of a test. Now, for those of you that there's been someone in your life that's been playing mind games, and it does take two to tango, right? So I'm not saying that it's only one person. It is sort of like the test that this relationship has gone through. Five of Swords, another five. Someone has been trying to control a situation. Wow, got two cards. Someone's been trying to control a situation, but I would say that more than likely it's time for them to leave, to let that go and go with things as they come, because we know that life takes us where it wants to. We cannot take our lives where we want to take it. We can only hope and pray and put in the energy. But at some point, we need to stop trying to control it and just let it go. Just surrender. We've got the Hangman. And this is Pisces. So this may have been sort of manipulation at some point in the past. We've got the Nine of Swords. Self-sabotage and nightmares. And we know that Pisces can also be dreams. I feel as though someone has regret their actions and they're ready now to surrender. Pisces can also be, yes, wearing those rose-colored glasses. Nine of Swords is a lot of worry, a lot of thoughts. We've also got the Page of Swords beneath that. So someone feels as though they've sabotaged a situation and they've been having nightmares about it. And this could be what could be communicated. This is someone having regrets. That's what I feel. Let's have a look at the Five of Wands in the hidden position. And we've got the High Priestess, hidden knowledge. Now, High Priestess is strong intuition. Strong intuition, but it's also things to do with secrets, things that have been withheld. And I feel as though if the person you've been dealing with has been keeping things from you, you felt that. You felt that, and that's what conflicted you as well. Because no relationship is a healthy one if it's built on secrets. And, you know, lack of truth. That's not something that you can stably build on. Build something for the future. Let's have a look at the Fool. And we've got the King of Cups, emotional mastery. Emotional mastery. And we've got the Queen of Cups right here. So there is a strong connection here. Okay, King of Cups, selfless love. The Fool. Maybe this is someone that's ready now to share their openness and their sensitivities with you. They're willing to take a risk on love. Let's have a look at the Knight of Swords. Because we've got a fair few swords, swords are thoughts, perception, fearing the worst. Some of you may have been dealing with Aquarian energy. Aquarian energy, Aquarius. We've also got Pisces here, the Hanging Man. In the past, I would say that the Pisces energy could be the King of Cups here, or the Queen of Cups, or both, because we know Pisces is also unconditional love. So when I mention signs, it's Sun, Moon, Rising. I feel as though the King of Cups is ready to take that leap of faith. And I do feel that they may also have strong air in their chart, Aquarius mainly. Okay, so let's take a look at that Knight of Swords in the action and advice. In the now position, sorry. Now position, we've got the Four of Pentacles. Scarcity mindset. So, I feel that this has got to do with the past. And when we have scarcity mindset, this is someone that did not feel as though they had the worthiness of this relationship. I feel as though because we've got the King of Cups and emotional mastery, this person has gone through growth, emotional growth, an emotional awakening, and now they're ready to communicate that with decisive action. Let's have a look at the defense mechanism here, the Seven of Wands, and we've got the Judgment, Karma Review. And this is Scorpio. Scorpio means going deep. Pluto, a rebirth, a resurrection. We've also got thunder and lightning here. So someone is making a judgment call here. But this is also Archangel Michael saying that it's time for the awakening. It's time for the rebirth here. Let's have a look at the Queen of Wands. Eros. Eros. He's got a little toy on the floor and he's playing with it. We've got the Ace of Wands here, Spark. And I was talking about the Queen of Wands holding that ace, right? There's a lot of light, a lot of fire, a lot of breakthroughs here, everyone. Let's have a look at the person who's been soul searching for a long, long time. Let's have a look. And the position here, we've got the star, universal alignment. Yes, people, it's time. It is time as those stars are aligning. Okay. I do apologize, but my kitty jumped up on my table, and as I said, I am preparing a video where I'm going to introduce them to you, and you shall see who my little angels are. So, the stars are aligning, universal alignment here. There is still hope for those of you that have lost hope. With the Judgment card right here, something has been dead for some time, but we've got the Ace of Wands, which is that spark. That spark still exists. There is still a strong connection here. And again, Ace of Wands, Nine of Wands with trials and tribulations. This was a karmic time. This was a fated time where someone needed to understand what is their truth, what is of importance. Okay, let's take another card here. And we've got the Knight of Wands, passionate adventure. And we know that the Knight of Wands is usually Sagittarian energy for me. Some of you could be at a distance. Yes, we've got the star twice. Knight of Wands is the traveler. We've got the Knight of Swords, which is quick. Both knights are very quick, moving forth. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles, steady progress. So I feel as though there's been a slow and steady pace, but things are going to pick up now. Nine of Cups, satisfaction and wish fulfillment, everyone. Okay, so we've got a few wishes being granted here. After all that hardship of the mind games and control, I think it's time to put that, to lay that down to rest. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is, because I do feel that there is a very strong connection with Leo here. This is true love. This is also children. Leo is that risk taker. We've got the King and the Queen of Cups. Okay, the King and the Queen of Cups. We've got the Knight of Wands as well as the Queen of Wands right here, and the Knight of Swords. So for everyone, it's going to be different, of course. It could be one divine feminine with two divine masculine, which could be a little bit younger because we've got the Queen and we've got the two Knights. Okay, but we've also got the King of Cups now. So someone has grown, someone has matured. Okay, so emotionally speaking, okay. Emotionally, as we know, fire signs are more about what they desire. It's more physical, more sexual, whereas the heart, okay, we've got the King of Cups, the King of Hearts right here. And that's why I feel that this is a strong connection, one that goes very deep. And that's why it's been fraught with a lot of difficulties. But Judgment card here is saying the karma is now being reviewed. Remember, we had that Wheel of Fortune, which was the ending of a cycle. Okay. So let me take a couple of my handwritten cards now. And I'm going to say that with the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess, we've got both. There is a lot of intuition here, a lot of unspoken words that are felt. Let's take some of those messages and see. We have, I can't stop thinking about you. I'm only breathing, not living without you. And this is quite a common card. It's been coming out quite a bit. So this is similar to the Four of Swords when someone is trying to heal. And we have, I see pain and sorrow in your eyes. Please trust that I won't ever hurt you. So yes, another four. Fours always speak of emotional security, home, family. And it says, we are from such different worlds, but I'm willing to work on this union. Let's see where this will take us. And this is someone who is willing to take a risk. We've got 8, and 8 is 16. There is the Tower. And the Tower is that epiphany. It is that breakthrough, everyone. Let's take a Whispers of Love message. Please, Spirit, a message for today. We have actions speak loudly, and this is a number 49. So that adds up to a 13, which is the Death card, Scorpio. Express your love through your actions. And someone is taking decisive action in the now. The conversations may be a little bit abrupt and start a little bit harsh, but I feel that that's what is necessary because there is a lot of passion behind these conversations. They can be a little bit rough, so keep that in mind. And let's take a message from Spirit. For today, a message from Spirit, please. And we have windfall of abundance. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. So we know that Aquarius is all about humanitarianism. It could be groups of charity, people doing things for others. And that's where I see even the Leo energy with the sun. Leo is very generous, okay, and loves to give to others. There's a strong sense of generosity here, but also action, which is the Fool, activation. Something is happening. We've got so many aces. We've got, 3, 4 aces here. Incredible reading, everyone. And I want to leave you with that. I do hope that this gave you a little bit of clarity, and also hope that the sun is more rising than setting for you. We do know that with Venus going into the underworld, she will be searching for things that are hidden, but also searching deep, probing deeply into that unknown territory, which is something that you could be walking into now. Unknown territory. So this could be a relationship from the past that is now going deeper, but this can also be things that have been hidden being shown or talked about, so that there could be the clearing of the slate and building on something new. So a new chapter begins. We are going through transition, no doubt, as we've been there's been a lot of loneliness. This is the Tower. Okay, a lot of solitude. Okay, we've been searching for the key. I think that the key is here now. it will be shown to us. And the key is communication and truth. All right. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.